Confusing words and action. Learning English through pictures. Number 1. And now we have these 10 sets of words. Alright, I look really stupid with that, but seriously though, let's get this started with. Alright, discover, invent, elder, older. Every day, everyone, few, little, for, since, until, hand in, passive, hanged, hung, heroine, heroine, human, and humane. Yeah, I have my immature moments and I have my mature moments. Don't judge me. Here we go, though. Now, our first words is invent and discover. Now, difference between two words is that when you discover something, that means that thing already existed. It's just that no one else knew about it at the time. Like, when they first discovered E equals mc squared, they didn't create it. Sure, they created the equation, but it already existed. That law already existed. It's just that we found out what that law is. And then when we invent something, we make something that's entirely new. Like this machine that creates black light. First of all, I'm not even sure what black light is supposed to be. It's practically basically a shadow. So technically he made a black hole. But if it's a comic, I'm not going to question with it. Alright, so Professor Potts is triumphant. He has just invented a machine that produces black light. Black light? Don't think too hard about it, that's my suggestion. Professor Potts believes that black light will help him discover the dark matter in the universe. Professor Potts would also like to discover some everyday uses for his lantern and make lots of money. The problem is that black light is not very helpful in the dark. I mean, technically, you just created a shadow. I'm not exactly sure how you created that shadow, but I'm not going to question the comic physics. Our next up are the words elder and older. Now, elder, when someone's an elder, that means that person is quite old. Elder is like noun and it can also be an adjective. But older is like, you can only use it as an adjective. Like, he's the eldest. Or he's the oldest. Yeah, sure, that works, but he's the elder and he's older than him. Yeah, that all works out pretty well, but it doesn't exactly work out too. Elder, you usually use it before noun. Older, you usually use it more freely and less formally. And like, he's the eldest or he's the oldest and he's older than him, even though he's the elder of my family. This is my husband, Ron, and these are Ron's elder brothers, Don and John. John is the eldest. He's 88. But our sister Con is even older. She's 92. Say what? I mean, I've seen people live up to 110 years old. It's definitely plausible she can live up the way to 92. Alright, our next set of words is every day. And then after that, we have every day. Alright, here we go. Now, Tony needs to change out of his everyday clothes and take a shower. It's not every day that he wears an evening suit, but this is no everyday occasion. It's the college's annual ball. Now, obviously, you probably already saw the first difference. This one doesn't have a space. This one has a space. Now, every day. Here, that means you do something, the same thing, every single day, all the time. Like all the days you do this. It's a daily routine. Whereas if you go ahead and use every day, that means it's basically another way of saying all days. Like, it's not every day I meet Ronaldo. It's not every day you have the chance to meet Messi. Alright, next up, we have these two words. Everyone and everyone. Everyone and everyone. Just like last time, they pretty much mean the same thing. Except everyone means, well, all people. Whilst everyone is like each and every all. Every one of these is like all of these. Like everyone is all people. Remember, okay, here we go. Everyone, as an example, is like, is everyone ready? Please follow me, please. And if you use everyone as an example, you pretty much use like, every one of these merits were earned by me through hard work and determination. Everyone who comes to Egypt must see the pyramids. Is everyone ready? Follow me, please. It's hot today, don't you think? Remember, every one of these enormous stones had to be brought here without machinery when the weather was just as hot as this. Yeah, that's pretty much believable. Alright, here is our next set of words. Little and few. Now, the words little and few pretty much mean the same thing, except for little, it means you use it for countable nouns. Uncountable nouns, I'm sorry. Little is like uncountable nouns, whereas few, you use it with countable nouns, like little pieces of grass, or few days in the year. That's like that too. Like, there's little to do in the country, or few days a year. Here's the example from the comic. People think there's little to do in the country. But as a farmer, I'm always busy. There are few days in the year when I can relax. It's nice for visitors though. There is so little noise and traffic. You're more likely to be woken by a cock crowing than by sound of lorries and cars. That sounds so peaceful. I wish I could go there and like that. I really wish I could go and do that there too. It sounds so peaceful. Except if it doesn't have Wi-Fi, I definitely cannot go there. Our next up is for and since and until. Now, when you use the word for, you're going ahead and you're saying that you say for and then you say a period amount of time, like how long do you have to wait? And since is like you state something since something. That means during that some time that you say since for, then from that time till now you have been doing something. Like in this case, I suppose it's waiting. And when you use until, like that means that from now to then, like until sometime, from now to that sometime in the future, that is what until is, and that's pretty much it. People sometimes have to wait for more than an hour before they are seen by a doctor. Mr. Singh has been waiting since 8:30. That patient can't be kept waiting for too long. Less urgent patients have to wait until more serious cases are dealt with. Well, that's a shame, but unfortunately that is life. Alright, next up is hand in and pass up. Now, when you hand in something, that means you're going ahead and you are giving someone something, which is they are entitled to. Whereas if you go ahead and you use the word pass up, that means you're going ahead and you're skipping something to not take an opportunity, even though you have the perfect opportunity to do so. Here we go. That's enough for today, children. Please hand in your books now. 21, 22, 23. Not all the books have been handed in. Who still got their book? Peter, it's time to stop. Sorry, miss, but it's really interesting. Alright, next up is the words later and hanged and hung in. These are the two words, hanged and hung in. Now, when you go ahead and you're hanged, that means you kill someone by placing a rope around their neck and then you drop them from a pretty great height, which snaps their neck, or at least, if they're still alive somehow after all that, prevents them from breathing. Next up, we have pass up. Now, when you pass up something, that means you're going ahead and you're rejecting an opportunity. Even though you have the perfect time and the perfect taste and the perfect opportunity to take an opportunity, you decide to decline that offer. That's pretty much what hung in means. Alright, our next set of words is heroin and heroine. Now, this is pretty easy too. One of them has an E, the other doesn't. Heroine, the female person, is pretty much the female lead character. Whereas heroine pretty much means, well, unfortunately, you're going ahead, you're a hero. It's a girl hero. And heroin is an illegal drug, which is quite illegal because if you overdose it, you are dead. 你死了. So you better not get addicted to heroin, especially not opium. Now, here's the example. Many people think Dr. Mabel Worthy is a heroine of modern times. When she was a girl, her elder brother died of a heroin overdose. This tragedy inspired her to open a clinic for drug addicts. She has helped hundreds of people deal with their addiction and return to normal life. That is such a kind person. Our next up is human and humane. Now, when you talk about nature or the behavior of people, you're talking about them as if they are human. And if you're talking about something as humane, that means you believe whatever is going to be described as humane pretty much means what it is. It's that they're pretty much human and that they can do whatever they want and not get retaliation. Alright, and now of course the words human and humane work out together to basically mean these things. These houses are not fit for human habitation. Human beings should have a decent place to live. Animals often have more humane conditions than some human beings in very poor countries. It's only human to want better things for your children. Alright, and that is the end of today's set of words. I really hope you guys enjoyed the set of words. I'll see you guys in the next 20 words. 21 in actuality, with the next 10 sets of words. I hope to see you guys soon. Until next time, Shahana, peace. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.